Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. We're glad you can join us. We're at the home of the Jazz here in Salt Lake City, Utah. And, of course, Donovan Mitchell. And you wonder how they'll do without him. We'll soon find out.
And it's a trade that it caught me a little off guard, I have to be honest, Kevin. He played such a big part for this team, and really the last guy I expected to see them move.
And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Bridges. Bridges outside. Ayton with the block. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And Bridges jams it in.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
And with Mikal Bridges, he's a player who knows his role and plays his role as well.
I think he's one of those guys who comes from a great system. He came into the league with incredible discipline and incredible awareness of where it is he can impact the game. And that's why you see the 3-and-D effect that Mikal Bridges has had on the NBA.
Bridges outside. 5 on the clock.
That's a nice contest. That's not going to show up in the box score, but Ayton bothered that shot.
Paul with the ball. Now defended by Gobert. Nice move. Paul goes in. Ayton. Booker in the corner. There's the three. And it's Ayton with the rebound. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And that one's good. George.
Yeah, Paul George can get very shifty even with that kind of frame, and he fights his way through the contact.
Pass to Gobert. Booker outside. And the dunk by Booker.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's George. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
And you have to prevent him from getting to the paint unless you want to see a highlight.
And Utah has possession. Following the score by Phoenix. Rejected by Crowder.
That's just good defense as Crowder in the right spot.
Outside, George. Into the lane. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And the dunk by Booker.
He really gets up there. I mean, Devin Booker will surprise you And throw it down.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Monty Williams. David.
Thanks, Kevin. He said when you're going against a team that can dominate like this one inside, you have to really play great help defense, communicate, and double team, but only when it makes sense. It's a little bit of a chess match, but it's a physical one, guys.
All right, thank you, David.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely.
Coming in as a second-round pick in 2012, Jay Crowder has earned his spot in the NBA. Has been part of some very big-time winning teams. He's gained that reputation as a hard-nosed defender, and that's what he'll keep.
Here's Foster. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Pass to McGee. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
No good from Booker. Suns lead by 6. And there's the drive. To the inside. Here's McGee. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Bridges. And he lays it straight in. Bridges got his second bucket tonight.
Bridges on the inside just hitting the offensive glass. That's great hustle.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's Foster. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. Out to Wallace. .127 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Driving in. And Whiteside sends it back.
As soon as Whiteside positions himself, he just spikes that one away. It's like he's playing beach volleyball.
Fires for 3. Hands it from downtown. Foster's got 6.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Jazz trail by 16. Pass to Wallace. Over Holiday. He drains it from the right block.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
Here's Foster. That one, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Wallace. Off target from three-point range. Suns leading by 14. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And they'll get another chance. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Jazz ball.
And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for Utah. Inside. Jackson.
Reggie Jackson.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
Booker's all-around game is really coming together. Nice play there.
Tries again. With 4 seconds on the clock.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Suns lead by 14. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
Fans, your chance dancer.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Suns.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They've also racked up a ton of points off of turnovers so far in tonight's game.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert may get overlooked, but his coach understands what he means to the Utah Jazz. Quinn Snyder says his presence on the floor gives us a chance. He's our most important player as far as how he anchors our team. He's the foundation. Kevin, the way they win games, that's saying something.
He is a defensive player of the year multiple times. Phenomenal player. Thanks, D.A. It's George on the wing. He takes it in. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
Substitution for the Suns.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Crowder. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts. And a lot of players want a voice in team strategy. And I've always wondered, Greg, is there a downside for coaches letting their players get too involved?
I mean, there is a belief that you can have too many cooks in the kitchen, right? But if a player knows his stuff, it's worth at least hearing him out, if only to keep those open lines of communication.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Paul can't get it to go.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Here's the drive. Here's Gobert. Over Ayton. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the triple. He has 5.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
The offensive rebound. The kick out to Crowder. And he's good on the 3-ball. Crowder's got 9.
Looks like Crowder feels like the green light is all his on that shot.
To the paint. Here's Gobert. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half. And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. There's O'Neal with the 3. And the Jazz, another 3.
And how about the recognition by Gobert? I mean, of course, it does help when you're 7 feet like Rudy. It can give you a clean view of the court.
And it's Ayton missing.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Pass to Booker. In the corner, it's Bridges. Over to the left wing. From 18 feet away. Not happening with that shot. He's put up 5 and made 2. Here's George. The kick out to Crowder. George double team. Bridges outside. Ball, no one around him.
3 points.
Another 3 for Phoenix.
And CP3 is so good at choosing when he unleashes his three-point arsenal.
Number 18.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
His first personal foul.
And for so long in Indiana, Paul George was that guy. But boy, I tell you, he's been a good sidekick the last few years.
Well, he's been amazing and continues to be a little bit undervalued in the way that people assume Paul George's offensive and defensive game as a collective, and the way it impacts winning, especially playing alongside Kawhi Leonard. Didn't have to take as much of the offensive load if he didn't want to, but Paul George still gets it done. PG showing that's a signature dunk from him.
They retain possession. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And that's 10 points for George.
Paul George.
Now that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Utah with the ball after Mikal Bridges missing his last shot. And they double up Whiteside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Assisted by
That's just pure strength and size from Whiteside. Just a Hulk out there. Remains a matchup problem for basically any roster to try to match up physically.
So it's the Jazz now. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. From deep. The long distance three is barreled. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
2 minutes.
Something I think Paul George in the offseason is really working on, just pulling up off the dribble, maintaining great balance. Very few flaws in his offensive game.
Now here's Wallace. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Barber. It's hauled in by the Suns. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
That's his first personal foul.
Pass to Clarkson.
Second team foul.
Here's Barber. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. Here's Foster. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Now, here's Clarkson. Another miss by Utah. From past the arc, McGee. Great positioning on the putback.
Assist goes
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Good work there as it goes.
Reggie Jackson.
Clarkson surveying the floor. No good with the triple. Holiday, no one around him. And the 3 off target. And so it's Phoenix having no problems at all. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Here's Paul. 7 points in the game. Pass to Ayton. Bridges with the steal. Now Booker. Over Ayton. No good from Booker.
Phoenix timeout.
Mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And Phoenix making a change here.
Paul George.
And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Outside, George. Rejected by Booker.
Out of bounds.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Paul for three. The shot missing. And Utah the other way now. To the middle. Here's Ayton. And it's denied. And he's able to get it back. Another shot. The shot's good from Paul. Paul's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Suns.
And with Chris Paul, he makes this team work, gets the most out of his teammates, and has done that wherever he's played.
The shake taken away.
Blocking foul called on Chris Paul. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Suns on defense. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Down low. Bridges with the steal.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
Phoenix foul. Chris Paul.
As you said, Paul's teams often overachieve in the standings.
People still underestimate his impact. Sets up and improves his guys as well as anyone, and he's the engine to this whole operation.
And Phoenix has possession. And it's Paul penetrating. Lays it up off the glass. Paul's got 11 points.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Jazz passing it around. Here's Barber. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And even 3-on-3 break. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
A nice shot by Booker.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
George double teamed. The kick out to Crowder. It's tipped. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
That's a bad miscue, but I think they've done a really good job keeping control of the ball throughout the game.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Utah Jazz last season was elite at both ends of the floor. Sixth Man of the Year winner.